All right. I want to welcome everybody to SL12B. This is Meet the Artist. We do meet the artist between 4 and 5 each night. And we have had some great artists that we've met so far. But Krys is here to continue that trend with us. Krys is from the UK, and she has been in Second Life for 8 years. Krys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm really enjoying. Are you enjoying the Second Life birthday? I think it's great.
Yeah, I am having so much fun. And like each night I try to see a little bit more. I don't want to overdose because, there is a lot to see here, but it has been so much fun to explore.
It really is. I've got to go around like another 3 sims and then I'll be done. And I did start at the welcome area this time.
Oh, that's good.
I don't usually, but this time I played it by the book and I started at the welcome area and went from there. And it is beautiful. There's some beautiful work.
Yeah. And you yourself have a build here, which I have the pictures that I put out here on the left. You want to tell us a little bit about your build?
Yeah, sure. It's called We Are the Music Makers and We Are the Dreamer of Dreams, which we are. Everybody is. For me, everybody is a dreamer. Even if you're creating something, even if you're making a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, you're creating something. Even if people say they are not creative one bit, they really, really are. And my build is a lady, and yes, she has a mustache. I don't know why. She just does. And all the ideas come out of her head, just like we do. And some of them are disregarded, some of them are kept. And she goes through a plethora of different ideas. And that's all it's about, really. The way I came up with it was something that was already in my mind to do. And then the Second Life birthday came up, and I changed it to adapt it to the dream birthday theme. So it was something I always wanted to do. But when you go and see her, she's huge.
Yeah, she is. She's fantastic.
Thank you. I really enjoyed making her. I really enjoyed it.
So it kind of represents how you feel when you're creating an SL with everything that comes out, right?
It really does. You have to get through the rubbish to get to the good stuff. That comes down to everything. That's even if you're just building. If you're writing as well, because I do a lot of writing, you've got to get through the rubbish to get to the good stuff. And if you think you can't do it, think again. You really can. And I believe everybody is creative. I think they just have to tap into it, a little bit more than what people do. Every day gets in the way. Everyday life gets in the way. And if we just take some time out and just a blank piece of paper, close your eyes and let it go. And you'll be surprised with what you come up with.
Nicely said, yes. And I do think Second Life helps people, if they let themselves go, to just start building, because it's pretty simple to figure out the prim stuff now, I know we've got mesh and things that you have to do in programs outside of SL, but you can really create a lot of stuff just with the things that are in here right now.
The people who create, the people who take part, the community, that's what Second Life is. It's just the people.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so fantastic. I love that we get to see in each other's, so to speak, imaginations every time we walk into someone else's build and see what someone else has created. I look at it and I think, whoa, I love this. How come I didn't think of this? This would be so cool in my imagination too.
Absolutely. If you think really walking a mile in somebody else's shoes. When you walk into an immersive piece of artwork or an interactive piece of artwork, you're tapping into something in the artist's mind, something, even if it was just a tiny whisper of an idea and that's grown, you're still tapping into something really private, really. It's very private. And the artist or creator has decided to just put it out there for everyone to see, and it's really a bearing of the soul to a point.
Yeah, definitely.
So
tell me, let's start kind of at the beginning. How did you end up in Second Life? What brought you here?
Well, really by accident. It was just accident. I was actually reading a supplement from a Sunday magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not complicated, it's not romantic or anything. I literally saw an article in a magazine. A woman explained that she'd been in this virtual world called Second Life. And I thought, oh, Second Life. Now that got me straight away with the name. So I carried on reading. I thought, you know, I played a few online games, nothing, you know, like Snake and Tetris. You know, I was one of those. And then I thought, well, I'll download this. So I downloaded it and I thought, oh, I don't know about this. And then logged in. Well, I was stood there, didn't know any other people were stood there. We were all looking at the same as each other, all looking around. Nobody knew what to do. No one knew where to go because it's not like it was today, where you have the walkthrough with all the information.
Right.
You just got a few pointers on the bottom of the screen and you were left to go. Oh, and you got a flying lesson.
Ooh.
And the amount of time you went into trees after that was amazing. It was all about flying into walls and trees. That was the fun of Second Life. If you weren't stuck in a tree or falling off a bridge, you weren't living in Second Life. Every day was a new experience, you know. And that's how I came through a magazine article, and it was that simple. And and I'm pleased. I sometimes think what made me look at the magazine, what made me decide to log in, because you read things all the time. Sure. You don't always go on websites that you see. But I did on this, which I don't usually do, that type of thing, but I did on this, and I've never looked back. Mm-hmm. I've never looked back. Every day I come here, which is nearly every day, I enjoy every minute I spend in Second Life. Every minute.
Oh, that's fantastic. Mm. Now, did you do art before you got to Second Life?
Yeah, I've always been an artist. I was a little girl, and I was in school, and I was 5 years old, and I painted a picture of a fruit basket. And the teacher took the picture, and she was amazed at this fruit basket. Now, to me, I could have done better. I can always do better. Aww. I'm never satisfied with what I do. But she was amazed, and she sent it off to this little competition. And that picture, it ended up going right round the world. And I was 5 years old. And that was my first experience of my art being out there somewhere. Now, I went on to oils and canvases, acrylics and canvases, watercolour, ink, all sorts of different mediums. But now I concentrate on digital art. Excuse me. I concentrate on digital art. I work with games for Xbox and PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And I'm almost going to put that down. Whether I would have got there in the end anyway, whether that would have happened anyway, or whether Second Life had a hand in that, I don't know. I like to think Second Life had a hand in it because working with games is very similar to the way you work with mesh in Second Life. The creation of mesh and things like that. It's very, very, very similar. But yeah, I've always been an artist. Other people might say not. That's their opinion. But that's their opinion. I just love creating things. It's what I do. If I don't, I get very miserable. And I get very depressed. No. So I have to create constantly. I have to create. I love it. It's just it's something I do. It's just what I do. I wouldn't know it any other way.
And you do it very well too.
Thank you. I can always do better though. I feel like I can always do better. You can always push yourself harder.
Sure.
Just when you think you can't, you can. Just do a little bit more.
So has Second Life changed how you create art?
So, I don't do acrylic so much anymore. I don't pick up a pencil very often anymore. It's a different type of medium. Now I work with what's called a Wacom tablet for the gaming art and things like that. And obviously in here you're working with a mouse. So when I do go to pick up a pencil or an ink pen, you have to think back to, I'm not going to say primitive, because it's not, because some of the most beautiful art is created through those mediums, but you've got to think on a different level again, and you've got to relearn quickly. That's the way I feel about that. But it has changed how I do art, very much so, I think. I prefer it. I prefer to create. I think what happens now is your images go from 2D to 3D. You can look around, under it, on top of it, whereas before you just had a 2D picture. And, with perspective and different things like that, like with the pictures at the side, I don't even know how they ended up as big as they did. They shouldn't have done. I think I was just excited.
Yeah.
And they should have been smaller. But, I don't know. I think it has changed a lot. And I think it can change a lot for a lot of people as well. I think it helps a lot of people in Second Life. A lot of people who think they can't do things. Disabled people even. I think it helps disabled people. I think Second Life is an absolute vehicle for disabled people.
Totally.
I really do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And have you used Second Life at all to promote your art?
Well, let me think. Not my real life. Oh, really, it all comes into one, really. But if you're going to say real, when I log off Second Life, the art I do from there, no, I don't. The only way it gets promoted in Second Life is if I do something for a charity or competition or an exhibition. And they kind of stay separate somehow. I know a lot of people do connect the gallery to the real life galleries to Second Life. I have never done that, but I think people who do, I think it's amazing when they do connect it to, but somehow I keep it separate, and I don't know why that happens. Maybe I should try harder. I think.
It'll be next.
Maybe that's next on the list. There we go, yeah.
So, do you find that people at work, your family, understand what you're doing in Second Life and what a virtual world is?
Well, my family are actually in Second Life. They're all in Second Life, most of them. So they all know. We all do sit and have coffee and we talk about Second Life. Now, when you step out of that circle to people who have no idea about virtual worlds, they look at you as though they know what you're talking about. And then you hit a level where you start to talk as if they do understand what you're talking about. And then they just go, I have no clue what you mean. And then,
You've lost them.
Yeah, lost them. And you're like, well, you've got to see it. That's the last thing you say. You've got to be in there. I can't explain it to you if you're not in there, And they go, oh, right, okay. And I've had friends who have we've made accounts for them. And now a few friends did, they joined up and they're in Second Life. We made a real big network between friends and family. Okay. And they're in Second Life. And really, none of us bother with each other in Second Life. Yeah. And then they all come for coffee. And we all sit and talk about Second Life. And we all discuss tips about, oh, did you know you could do this? Have you been there? And we do that. Uh-huh. And then somebody walks in the room who doesn't play Second Life. And everyone goes quiet. Because we all know that they just won't get it. So, but unfortunately, they don't get it, but I wish they did. And you can't, it's hard to change people's minds unless they're open to it.
Right. Unless
they're open to the technology. They're losing out, I think. I'm going to say that because I'm biased towards Second Life, but I think they're losing out a little bit on something so exciting, something so forward that changes on a daily basis. Some of the best people I have ever met in my life came from Second Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the freedom that Second Life gives people, you can't put a price on that. Mm-mm. You can't put a price on it.
And it kind of does level the playing field for people too. I mean, you kind of mentioned disabilities. I mean, for, people who are deaf, for people who don't walk, everything is a level playing field in a way. It can be here, which makes it really nice.
Yep, we all enter Second Life on a level. Everybody is equal. The
Yep.
second you log on for the very first time ever, and everybody lands at that welcome area, you are all exactly the same. You don't care if somebody's deaf or blind. It makes no difference to you. They are equal.
Mm-hmm.
They are equal. And they don't have to tell you. You will never know.
Yep.
Some of your best friends that you've had for years in here, you'll find out years down the line that they're disabled. And you had no idea, because everybody is equal in here. It's only when you step out of Second Life that people make the problem. Society causes a problem with people who don't come up to the level that society believes they should be at. You know?
Yeah.
And it's wrong. It's very wrong. And in Second Life, everybody is equal. And that's the best thing about Second Life, the freedom and the equality.
Right. Now, another great thing is the events that happen here that bring people together. And one of the ones that I work on, and you have been a great part of, is 1 Billion Rising. And how'd you get involved with that?
I'd packed some thoughts very far away, and doing the build, the very first build I did for 1 Billion Rising, rose things, issues to the surface that I thought I'd gotten over, and I hadn't. By the time I finished the build, I was over it. It was therapy for me. For other people, it may have been a beginning. Some people may never get to the point where they've, seen things in a different light, so to speak. But for me, it was a healing process for me. And then the second one I did, I felt much more powerful. And my build was a lot simpler. The very first build I did, to anybody looking at it, it looked like a beautiful piece of artwork, but really it was a little bit messed up, because that's what was going on in my head. Things that I couldn't explain, things I didn't want to talk about to family members, yet I could put it in artwork and translate it over in artwork. But the second build I did was much more simpler, much more streamlined. I was over the issues that I had. I'm over the issues that I have now, It was a massive healing process. And anybody who doesn't know what it is, go and check it out, because it's an amazing thing. It's worldwide, and it's very, very powerful. And if you do, everybody has problems and issues, I suppose. But, either write something down on paper and get it out, or create something. And the healing it does to you inside, again, is priceless. And you grow. And Second Life, again, has helped me get over some things that I never thought I would get over. But I'm putting it down to Second Life. I am putting it down. I didn't talk to anybody about it. I didn't speak to anyone about the build. I did an interview about the build, the artwork. I was happy to do that. But I was teetering on the edge of, if I stepped over the line, I would have never stopped talking. Because of the issues that I had. And when I finished the interview, I logged out of Second Life, and I really felt that I'd healed. It was an absolute, you couldn't pay for the therapy that I got out of it. It was amazing.
No, that's wonderful. And see, that's the part that I think a lot of people don't understand. Virtual world to people, a lot of times they instantly just jump to, it's a game. And it is so much more than a game. And, that's what I love about it. And I don't know how we get that across to people, but it's true. Yeah,
it is. It's not a game. You can enter Second Life, log in, and you can pretend it's a game. It's nothing like a game. You don't need points for anything. You don't need levels to get to or anything like that. What you're doing is You are interacting with people from all over the world, people you would never get to speak to on a daily basis. And people from, you can go to places in Second Life and play games, but the general basis of Second Life is it's definitely not a game. They are real people behind the computer. People do fall in love in Second Life. People do get married in real life because of Second Life. People do form family unities in Second Life. Everybody can be what they want to be in Second Life. You are free to do what you want in Second Life, but it is not a game. People get hurt. People have been hurt. People do laugh. It is an extension of your real life persona. That's right, Light.
Yeah.
It's an extension. It's a second life. It's not a new life. It's not a life that you want to start over. It's just something that you always were. But in Second Life, you can live it. You can have the house that you always wanted. You can have as many horses, cats, dogs, mirus,
Turtles.
if you like. Turtles. You can walk around and shop for free.
Well, not exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you can shop for free and not have the police coming after you. Yeah. There's so many things. One day you can be a pirate. No, we don't want lag. We want the lag monster to go away. The lag monster does not leave us alone. But, it's an amazing place. And every day somewhere new pops up.
Yeah.
And places do close down, but, places come up in their place. And they're magical or informative or educational or artistic.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something for everyone. And if there isn't something for you, you create it.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we've kind of touched on this a little bit about new opportunities that Second Life has brought you, but can you think of other things that, opportunity-wise that it's helped you with?
Oh, opportunity-wise. Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking. Well, opportunity-wise, I have a couple of stores. I do sell items on Marketplace. That was an opportunity that you wouldn't think you would get, really. My family's always been self-employed, so for me it was easy to move into that with Marketplace and a store, and it was just a natural progression for me in Second Life. It was always going to happen, but it's something that's exciting. It's nice to help the people that come to my store. It's nice to get IMs off people who see something on Marketplace and they say, I like that, but can you make it like this? And I'll make it for them. And it fits whatever they're creating. And you're helping to build somebody else's dream. You're helping. And that's an exciting thing to do. I love when people say, I'm creating, a magic type of sim with a mystical feel to it, but I need one of these and I can't find one. Please, can you make it? And you make it for them. And they're like, wow, that's all I needed just to, put the cherry on the cake. And you're like, wow, it's great. And you walk through different sims and you see things that you've created, and you think, wow, somebody actually thought that was nice enough, and good enough to take that, to have that and put it on their sim. And it makes me feel very humble. I feel very, very humble and honoured that people, because when you do any kind of art, you think, yeah, it's nice, but would people like it? I don't think they might not like it. But in Second Life, people ask you for things. And they say, I saw one of these and on your Marketplace or in your shop or anything, and it's not there anymore, and I really want one. And you're like, wow, people actually want things that I've made.
I'm selling out.
Yeah, but it's great. It's great. And I love helping them.
Yeah.
I love all that. That's a great opportunity, and I think it's easy for everyone to do. Everyone, you can open a store. If you think you couldn't do business in real life, you could never be self-employed in real life. In Second Life, you can.
Yeah,
again,
it's a great
freedom.
training ground, so to speak.
Yeah, it's freedom again. and it works just like it does in real life. You still have customer problems, and you have happy customers, and you have sales and hunts. The hunts, everybody loves the hunts.
Addicted to hunts. Raise your hand. Hello.
Yeah. And, yeah, that's me as well. And you get some great opportunities, but some of the opportunities are meeting some of the people that I meet and seeing some of the other artists that you see. Like you say, you're walking through someone else's mind, but they're an inspiration.
Yeah.
They're an inspiration to me. So that's the opportunities I look for. Other people might look at other opportunities, but that's the great thing about Second Life. We're free. We can do what we want.
Right. Now, I don't want to pass this up. Freewee Ling said, and Freewee Ling, if those of you that don't know, she has been running the University of Western Australia art competitions for years and is fantastic. And she said she's been watching Chris's work evolve over the years, getting more complex and profound, a beautiful artist.
Oh, I know Freewee. Yeah, thank you, Freewee. I fell into that by accident as well. That was another thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Woohoo for Freewee. She's great. She is. She's an inspiration. But yeah, I fell in accident. Entered, now what was it? An elements competition. Thought, what do you do? What elements? I think it was water. Was the first one. And I thought, water, what do you do? So I started to look at some of the entries that had gone in. I thought, I see where they're coming from. I know what they're doing. And that really was the first piece of artwork that I did for the UWA. That was the first time I did a piece of artwork and submitted it as a piece of artwork. And it was a great exhibition for everybody. It was brilliant. And then I carried on from there. And I love entering. I don't even care about the competition. It's not that. If somebody said, oh, look, we need a piece of artwork down in, Joe Blogg Square, I'd be like, me, I'll do it. I'll do anything like that. The competition doesn't come into it.
Right.
You don't see it as competition. It's just everybody taking part in something. And one word like water or fire brings so many different ideas from so many different people, and everybody comes up with something different. If you say the word water, you think people are going to come up with the same type of thing. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing to see what they come up with. It's amazing. It's beautiful. UWA, it's a brilliant place in Second Life and in real life as well.
So have you found, seeing other people's art, what type of art do you like that others are doing?
Well, I love the machinima.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about that before. I love that.
Yeah.
I haven't dipped my toe in the water. There's the website there from Freewee.
Oh, yeah. UWA in SL at blogspot.com. Check it out, everybody.
Check it out. I do love the machinima. I do like the interactive pieces of artwork. They're always fun, clicking on things and being teleported up into the sky and things. I love the photography. The photography in Second Life, I think, is amazing. I think whether people are photoshopping or whatever they're doing, manipulating or not manipulating, I think either way, I think it's beautiful. It fascinates me. The full sim installations that the LEA do are great because you can go back and look at something else, and you can always go back. Yeah, there's the exhibition catalogues. That's right, Freeway. Yeah, I forgot about those. So I love the interactive. I love the full sim installations. They're brilliant. I've done a few of those myself. And the first time I did one of those, it was like, wow, a full sim. What am I going to fill it with? And then it just started to grow and grow and grow and grow, on this sim. And by the end of it, I had no room left and I was out of prims. So I totally went over the top, but it was great. I love the photography. There's a wide spectrum of virtual art, and it's so difficult to find a favourite, I think. It's very difficult. But I love all of it.
Inspirational, too.
Hugely inspirational. And changing all the time. It's magnificent the way people change things up. And you see people, they come back time and time again, and they get better. and better and better and better. And you see other artists grow. It's amazing. It's fantastic.
So, what would you tell other artists about the benefits of Second Life?
Just get in there. I would say the benefits are huge, actually. I think there's something, Second Life, it's unique to Second Life. But the skills that you learn when you're building in Second Life or creating art in Second Life, you can use them in real life too. You've got your perspective, you've got the colours, you can always learn. But for artists, I think for them to come into Second Life out of real life, I think would open a whole new world for them. It's a whole new world that they must try at least once. You should try it at least one time and just see what happens. And even it's daunting to begin with. It's scary, and you think the first thing you make is always a table. The first thing you make is always a table, and you think that's amazing. And I'm going to sell tables, and I'll give tables away to every friend I have. And then years later, and then you make a chair, and you think, this is good. And then you start dragging images onto prims, making your own photographs and things, and then you're hanging them up in the little house that you have, and you're like, I'm creating, I'm doing things, and you go further and further, and then years down the line, you start to become really not expert, because you can never be an expert at anything, I don't think, but you can become very well adjusted to Second Life, somebody, it's Freeway. She's gonna print some 3D objects. Oh, awesome. See, Freeway's always ahead of the game.
She's always ahead of the game. 3D printer. How fun!
I want a 3D printer. I really do.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we're all gonna order items off Freeway now.
Can you make my avatar in little 3D Freeway for me?
Oh, yeah.
How cute would that be?
That would be excellent, wouldn't it? And carry it around with you.
Yeah.
And people would ask what it is, and nobody would know.
No.
Nobody from who's not in Second Life would know what it was about at all. Like a secret society.
Yeah. So, what surprises you about the virtual world?
I think how it changes every day, how it evolves every day. Mm-hmm. Again, the freedom that everybody has, I think it's amazing. I think people who, again, like I said, are disabled, are not disabled in Second Life. I've met people who are wheelchair bound in real life, and in Second Life they are dancing and they are having the best time. Also, there's a lady I know who's deaf, and another lady who's hard with sight, very bad eyesight. Yeah, the Freedom Project, exactly, Freeway. Yeah, the Freedom Project. That was a beautiful thing that the UWA did, that a lot of us took part in, to do with disability and how Second Life affects or helps you with your disability. A lot of people got really and bared their souls for that. It was very interesting. But that it does every day. That really it just makes me smile. It makes me smile. Second Life makes me smile. Mm-hmm. It really does. Every day, there's no constraints. Everybody is enabled.
Yeah.
Everyone's enabled to live out their dreams, and that's what it's all about: happiness and living out your dream. Whatever form that takes, you live your dream, whichever way that comes.
So, I'll stop my questioning on that great, fantastic note, and I'll open it up to the floor to say, does anyone have a question for Krys? I guess I asked you all the great questions.
Yeah. I think everybody's gone to sleep, baby.
No.
I can talk. No, I was saying before how shy I can be, and then I'm really not.
Do you work in mesh more or prims?
At the moment, I'm working a lot more in mesh. I did sculpts for a long time. Prims, you can't beat a good old prim. You cannot beat a good old prim. But I do work a lot in mesh at the moment. It seems to be that's the way Second Life is going. You know, and you got to move along with it. You get left behind, really. You know, so
Yeah.
mesh at the moment. You know.
What programs do you use for that?
I use Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's gloss to me. There's I'll IM you with that one because I can't remember the name of the program. It's just new that I'm using. I use Maya. I use Blender. And I bring the things into Second Life, and they don't. Now, at first, they didn't always work out right, and they did cost $1 million prims. Everything cost $1 million. The first table was like 92 prims for some reason, when I could have just made a prim table, you know, out of the box. But you know,
or you could be like me. I just bought it all, but hey, I know how to place it.
But you could just, yeah, absolutely, you could do that. Yeah. No, Blender is not as easy as some of the professional programs. I do agree. It's not as easy. It's quite complicated. It's set out complicated. It's something you've got to really keep working on all the time. It's not the best, but it's something I am used to. But, you know, some of the more professional ones are getting a lot more easier. They're making the interface a lot more friendly for people. They should bring the prices down a little bit on some of the more expensive softwares and things. Mm-hmm. But, you know, everybody's learning. Everybody's new to the game, really, a little bit. You know, it is relatively new. But maybe in time they'll bring the prices down, or, you know, it does stop people creating things, because some things, you know, they're a few £1,000s or dollars even, and it stops people from creating, you know, because they don't want to spend that money to just get bored with something, you know. So, I mean, you can do testers and things, but it doesn't always work out for people. You know, you don't always get the best of something. Yeah. So I didn't see what other questions came up then. I wasn't.
The other one was, what's next for you? Dun dun dun.
Was that Freewee who said that? Why Freewee? Why? I'm opening another store. Well, I'm currently creating things to open another store. I love opening shops. I do. I love it. I do so many different things, you know, with skins, shapes, full avatars, and then I'm like into role play things. Every day I'm making something different. So tomorrow I might make skins. The next day I might make something totally different. So I have to open different stores to place the different things in, you know, and I'm flying around all day, putting in the group gifts and things, you know. But I think, yeah, I'm just making the things for the new store that'll be opening soon. It's all under the name of the store. It's called Love, because L-O-V-E? It's all about the love. Yeah, LOVE. It's all about the love. It's all about the love. Yeah.
You and the Beatles.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all you need is love. But yeah. So it's there. You can see it on Marketplace. I'm not here to promote the store at all. It's not about that. But you can see it on Marketplace, and I will be opening a new one. I'm going to say after the weekend, it won't be. It won't be. It'll go back further than that.
You'll be walking around the birthday celebration all weekend. Come on.
I'm going to see. Have you seen the cake stage?
Oh my God, yes. And did you get all 12 of the cake hats, people? Because there's 12 hats to be gotten at the cake stage.
No. I didn't even know there was hats to get.
Yes. If you go out from the cake stage out to the little buildings that surround the cake stage, which i.e., you know, it's like a time thing, 1 through 12, right? Each one of them in the center has a box. And if you click the box, you get a cake. What? It's a secret? What? Oh, shh. I didn't tell you guys that.
So now from here, we're all going to head over and get hats.
Head over there and get these 12 awesome hats, because they're each one really super cute.
Oh, if you want to get a hat, right?
Yeah.
There we go. It's beautiful, that stage.
Yeah.
You just go near it and it just jumps out at you.
I was so excited when I found the hats. I was like, woo! Look,
And
wait,
I bet you
there's
were the only
another.
one at the time.
Yeah, I was.
Am I supposed to take these hats? Are these supposed to be here for to take?
And then it's like, oh wait, each one is different. It's not the same thing in every box. This is so cool. Only
I'm
in
going to go
SL.
over there.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I'm just like anybody else. I love hunting.
Yeah.
I love finding things and free things. I even got excited at my own hunt. That for Second Life birthday, I put my own hunt item up, hid it in the artwork. It's quite easy to find. Everyone, don't it's not complicated. And I clicked on it, and I was so excited when I got my own hunt item back. I actually rezzed it.
Yay.
I was like, oh my god, yeah, I love it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now everyone's going to have to... What sim is yours on again?
On my is on Wondrous.
Wondrous. Okay, everybody. Yeah. You can find what you see in those pictures on Wondrous, and somewhere in there is a prize. Treasure hunt.
Woo. Yeah, it's not hard to find. So, but you'll love it when you get it. If I was excited with my own hunt item, I've actually left it out as well. I was that excited getting my own hunt item. That's so sad. I was like, wait.
Well, Chris, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us today for the Meet the Artist here at Second Life 12B. And hopefully we'll hear from you more in the years to come at the birthdays.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed it. And thank you for everyone who's turned up and who have either bored to tears or you won't be asking me back.
Nah. I also want to thank our stage manager. You see over there, she's hiding behind the big picture. I think I knocked her down by mistake when I put it out. Sorry, you see. Oh. Love. Oh. And coming up next will be the community talks, and Safia will be doing that. So stay tuned. That will start here at 5 p.m. And we will have another artist tomorrow that at 4 p.m. Tomorrow is... why am I drawing a blank? Hello. Safia, quick. I'm drawing a complete blank. Oh, wait, here. Yeah, promote tomorrow and totally forget what I was going to say. Wildstar Beaumont, photographer, Italy, fantastic pictures. And he has taken pictures like from every SL birthday, and so we're gonna put some out from each birthday and talk about all the different things that happened through the year. So it's gonna be really fun. I love the pictures. You are gonna enjoy them. So we'll hopefully see you guys all back tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.